Yo guys, it's your boy Upper Magic's here today, and today you might be wondering, Aaron, why are we looking at a different truck than before? Well, over the last couple of weeks, if you haven't known, I have been very unwell, and I have been taking a break off of Euro Truck. We did start the challenge where we were driving with one of the other drivers. Unfortunately, he pulled out on personal reasons, so the challenge ended. So I got contacted about 3 days later after the challenge saying, Aaron, we have a new addition joining the fleet. Would you want to drive it? It's been spec'd out, and it's kind of the way you had your Scania S. And I said, if the opportunity arises, I will gladly drive a new truck. So, about 24 hours after that conversation, I get contacted by the boss going, right, head down to the yard in Cardiff, hence where we are sitting now, and this was here with its wheels facing that way. So they were taking photos and stuff, adding to the pictures on Facebook and on our various social medias, and I said, okay, so where's my new truck then? I've seen this one round the yard before. And he was like, well, the driver that used to drive this vehicle is now left due to retirement. He only had it for about a month, and he was only on short haul loads, so he was maybe doing like 50 mile a piece. So I was like, hell yeah, let me jump in, let me drive it, and this is what I've been given. So while we're here, I'm going to show you the outside exterior. On the light-wise, we have the bars. Look, let me turn my engine ignition on. There we go. That one. So we have our main lights. We have our DLRs at the bottom. The two yellows and the two white spots. Up at the top, we have our front auxiliaries and rear auxiliaries, as you can see. So I'll flash them. You've got the dowels on the top. You have your reversing aero light kit, which I call it anyway, and we have the custom bumper. So if I put that in reverse, you can see the reverse, and if I turn hazards on, etc., the lights are the same. And yeah, this is the new animal. I'm quite looking forward to it. It has a nice set of air horns and nice beacons, which are on the front there. And if you look just outside there, in the top corner, where them red lights are, just underneath that's our trailer, which has beacons on as well. So, we have a bit of an old style truck. So, you look at this and go, Aaron, what specification are you running? Well, as you can tell, we are running a tag lift with non-steerable rears. So this is basically a 6x4 like this, and then it goes a 6x4 dash 2 plus, I think. I can't remember that. Which basically says I've got non-steer tags. So my tag lift at the back is what I use. We're mainly on flatbeds and heavy hauls with this at the minute. Hence why I've got a HH1 Heavy Haul 1, and on my number plate it's MTL, so Miller Transport Limited, I believe, and Dark Diamond Heavy. So this is the new animal we'll be cruising in. I really do like this vehicle. You don't really see a lot of the Dark Diamonds out anymore, especially the original Euro spec. So this is a Euro 5 620 horsepower engine rather than the 730. But I believe in the near future we are having the modification done when we can get the Euro 6 engine installed into the Euro 5. So we can actually use this in the cities, etc. So this truck has pipes on it, but it has a Euro converter inside from the Euro 5 to the Euro 6. Not many people know about it. It's only a few companies down in London that actually have the Euro 5, Euro 4 and Euro 3 conversion kits. for the Euro 5, 6 and the new Highlines. So you can basically put an old 4 Series engine in a Highline and bump the shit out of it. So apart from that, this is the new vehicle. So let's jump in and have a look. Boom. So, as you can tell, the driver really liked his vehicle. He has a red interior light with the brown and beige curtains to match the beige interior. I've got my duffel bag and things in here. I've emptied all of his stuff out and I've tidied it up to the point where all my stuff's in them 3 lockers and on that top bunk. Normally I have the top bunk pulled back so it's tilted and the curtains droop down the side, but unfortunately I've had to sleep up there due to this mattress being damaged. So every night I'll throw all the stuff down onto the bottom bunk, get up and sleep. So this is our little setup here. We are running the Euro 6 interior. We've had the conversion because of if you remember the Euro 5 interior, there where the sat-nav is, would have taken up that whole area for the sat-nav screen, which is no good when you're looking that way because you miss half the map. So we've had the conversion of the interior, we've had the new seats put in, which is waiting for the new bed liners and stuff like that. We have the tacho up there. It's currently zeroed because we are on a break. And we're not due to be out on the road anytime soon. So I've had a word with the boss and he said, yep, let's just park it up. Up there is the beacon lights. So if I turn them on, it should flick. It normally does. But that's it. Up there we have our travel logs and fuel papers that not many people have seen. We have the 2 brown poppies and our pen pot, which we have to had M3 tape stuck down. We have our 3 pendants on the top. We have Legend, King and Long Vehicle, which the Legend and the King have been in most of my vehicles I've driven for Euro Truck really, and the long vehicle is just for this reasoning that I'm going to be pulling heavy haul. So you might be asking, Aaron, why has he only done just over 1,200 miles? Well, this truck, beacons are still on. This truck was not used for around about 2 months, as he went on maternity leave. The gentleman that actually retired, this was bought for him. This was his personal vehicle. He absolutely loved it. He was polishing the wheels. These rims are actually silver, but you can't see it in this lighting due to the crappy light. But when it does get daytime, I will get a photo and add it into the video so you can see. So this was his. He adored it and he had to leave on maternity. He did have a little girl, which we are very happy to say that she's in the world with us. And yeah, so apart from that, he's not really driven it much, and it's been parked outside. And the other day, the boss was on holiday. He left his 4 Series parked in front of it, and he asked me to double check that everything was right with them. So I jumped in both of them. This one did have trouble starting, where it's been left over the winter. Well, not the winter as such, but it's been left over the tragic month of February and March, April, pretty much, where it's been cold. And it's just sat there. So both the batteries have died in this, so they've had to get 2 new batteries in the battery box at the back. And I started it and it struggled. So I did tell the boss, I was like, not being funny, this is going to die soon. The engine's not been run for, I think it was 3 months in total. So February, March, April, May he was on holiday. June he had to go abroad for a family funeral. And it just seemed to be he didn't want to be at work. So he did retire. And this was left out there. Literally where that fence is, to do a left, and it was parked up. Let me go and show you actually. We're running out. We've got a bit of air pressure problem at the moment due to the fact it hasn't been moved a lot, so the air pressure is very, very low. So let me put it in neutral, get some revs in it. There we go. Right, so I'll show you where she was parked. So she was parked there, literally. I will park her where she was. Because it's very dark out tonight. Right. So let's park her where she was left. I know you guys can't see a lot. But she was parked around here. Just left near the shed. Behind it was the boss's old 4 Series, which he's actually scrapping for parts, and his new one was in front. And while we're here, let me actually run and go and grab some fuel from the fuel tank. So that was left there, and I spoke to the boss and I was like, mate, it needs to move, otherwise it's going to be a dead horse pretty much. And he was like, right, I understand. Right, Aaron, where the hell are you at the moment? And I was like, well, I'm not far from the yard. And he said, well, if you're not far from the yard, do me a favour. Go and park up the Mercedes. She has got 5,000 miles or plus on her now. And just leave her there leave her in the yard. And we'll transport her further. So I was like, okay. And he went, right, go and get the keys for the 5 Series Dark Diamond. And take her for a drive. And I was like, wait, what? And he was basically saying, Aaron, this is your new truck. I want you to drive this religiously. I want you to love it, nurture it, and look after it like it's your own. And as soon as he said that, it was, bear with me, it was 6 o'clock this afternoon, so 6 hours, just shy of 6 hours ago. I pulled her in here, drove her over to Basics, over at the end where the door doesn't work and we've got some spare cargo, and literally blitzed this vehicle. Take everything out of it, polished it, cleaned it, got all the dirt off of the light board, reinstalled 3 of the LEDs in the middle light bar, which really, really irritated me beyond belief. One of the air horns had a little pigeon's nest growing in it, so I had to dig that out, throw it all out, make sure they work, polished everything, and he went, right, now it's down to you. We're going to stick you on flatbeds, you find the loads, you do what you need to do. And I was like, well, what do you mean, me find the loads? And he went, well, this is your truck, you pull what you want to haul. And I was a bit in shock at this point, and he said, well, it's down to you, Aaron, otherwise you'll be stuck on curtain siders in the murk. And I was like, right, okay, where's the trailer at? And he started laughing, and we basically come in here about an hour ago and sat up on the barrels over there, the 2 just near the window and the one in front where I was little sitting on. And he basically explained why I'm being given these opportunities and why I've jumped between 3 or 4 different trucks in such a very quick amount of time. 1, I got given fleet manager within a week of being here. And 2, he wants me to progress quite a lot in the VTC. So he stuck me in this and went, right, now you'll stay in this until I tell you you'll be in a different vehicle. And I was like, yep, sweet as, mate, like, I'm not worrying at all. Let's do this. Let's prove everyone wrong. And now I've been given a very, very big opportunity. I have been given the heavy haul contract within the VTC. And the heavy haul contract is very, very, very lucrative. We haven't done many heavy hauls. We haven't done a lot of heavy haul based work. And he said, Aaron, I know you can do it. I've seen you pull heavy hauls before when you've been at R&R haulage, you've been at A to B, you've been at all of these very, very well-known companies. And when you gave me the opportunity to sit down and talk to you and I offered you this truck, this is what I wanted it for. I wanted us to progress further as a company. And I was like, wait, so I'm the only one going to be pulling heavy hauls? And he went, for the moment, yes. And you're going to be pulling it in the Dark Diamond. And as soon as he said that, I lit up like a Christmas tree. I went to my house after about 10 minutes ago. I've just pulled back into the yard. I've grabbed my high-vises, the extra add-on beacons for the trailers. I've added the strobe lights to the back of the flatbed outside. I've added the LED bar lights on the grill. I've literally spammed this truck to make it the best flatbed as well as heavy haul truck. And a lot of people go, Aaron, why the hell are you using a tag lift on heavy haul? Well, this is technically a 6x4. As it stands, it's a 6x4. If I lift my back axle, I'm a 6x4-2 plus or whatever it is. And that gives me the opportunities to pull lighter loads. But if I put the axle down, I can pull the heaviest loads up to 120 tonne. So we have a lot planned for the up and coming future at Miller Transport. So I'm quite looking forward to this. And I believe what we're going to end up doing is, after I've done this video, we have a journey down to France with a load. Then we will be continuing in from France over to Germany. Then I'm not too sure from there, to be honest. Let me turn all my lights off, because it looks a bit too glowy in here with them all on. But what we'll probably end up doing is catching you down in Clermont in France. So we are currently in Cardiff. We have a considerable journey. We are heading down to Clermont. So we are 703 miles to be precise. Heading down to Clermont, then we will be heading down into Germany. Well, up into Germany, I suppose. But that could all change at a click of the fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it off here. And hopefully you guys enjoy. And I will be back posting regular as clockwork. So guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Also guys, to let you guys know quickly before the episode does end, why remember, I'm going to be uploading 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This week it's a bit backwards, so I'm going to do Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So that's them 3 days, then it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, possible live stream. So I'm going to end it here now guys. Peace.